Welcome to DNA, Discovering New Ancestry, a project where I travel to all the countries I have DNA from to learn more about the world and consequently myself. I'm Carolina Risotto, and so far we've visited 3 different countries. Denmark, to visit my good friend Antonio, Latvia, which is where my grandmother is from, and Portugal, the land of Brazil's colonizers. Today we're heading to Spain, a country I don't have any heritage from, but that made a huge impact on me during this Euro trip. When I arrived in Spain, my strategy was the same as in Portugal. Explore the city by myself, visit tons of museums, interview locals. However, I kept being presented with very unique opportunities, which led me to explore Madrid with fellow travelers, crash with locals in Valencia, and meet with an old high school friend in Barcelona, and got to experience a little bit of what it could be like to live in Spain. But would I ever live in Spain? Or is it too culturally different from my heritage? It is my first day in Madrid, Spain. I am at this place called San Ginés, Madrid, which is supposed to be a classic chocolateria. I made a huge mistake, and when I arrived, I asked if they have dulce de leche. Of course they don't, it's a chocolateria. In Brazil, usually churros, they are filled with things inside, and here, and I think in most of Latin America, they're kind of plain like this. For someone who doesn't really eat chocolate, this is a lot of chocolate. Guys, I think I like chocolate. This is a tradition here, coffee with churros, while in Portugal, it's coffee with pastel de nata. Bro, quite the competition. My first impressions of Madrid, a very clean and wealthy city with really lively food markets. The city feels big and small at the same time. The inside of the cathedral was one of my favorite spots, with its gorgeous colored glass windows.
Tenemos diferentes agrupaciones, diferentes academias que llegan a esta plaza y hacen coreografías con rueda de casino. Tienes varias danzas españolas. Una de ellas es el flamenco, que es la más conocida mundialmente y la más difundida. El baile viene desde hace mucho tiempo, desde la época de las cavernas estábamos ya bailando. Una forma de expresarse, de mostrar tu cultura, de enamorar, de hacer amistades. Es una forma de compartir toda su historia en un baile que nosotros le llamamos salsa, pero en realidad es casino.
One of the highlights of Madrid was definitely the nightlife, and I was in the heart of it because I happened to be staying at a party hostel, and for 20 euros, you go to 5 different clubs and you get a welcome shot at every single club. The shots were absolutely disgusting, mas eu não vim aqui pra dizer não, né? We ended the night having shots with the Brazilian guy who was the owner of this other bar. I can't even explain it, man. Madrid just brings you back to life again.
So I'm Jakub, I'm from Poland, and but now I live in Scotland, hence the accent.
My name is Vaughn. I'm from I'm from Canada, and I just came here. I was in 2 weeks in Barcelona doing a workaway, and now I'm here. Now we're going to see a palace.
Yeah, we met each other this morning in the kitchen at the hostel. That is how I've been meeting a lot of people during this trip.
What, in the kitchen?
In the kitchen! It's been quite convenient.
It's always random as fuck groups, me, Polish guy living in Scotland, guy from Canada, hipster Velma, you just have
That's me, apparently.
Walk into the dorm, there's these 2 British guys who are my age I just start talking to.
Do you guys have any advice for someone who would want to start solo travel?
Do it.
So we made it here to the Royal Palace in Spain. This palace is actually twice the size of the Buckingham Palace. Are you guys excited?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking cooked, but I'm excited.
By the way, that does not mean he's high. It means he's tired.
Oh, cultural differences right there. Palace is absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to be able to show most of it, they just told me, which is a shame, but the ceiling is amazing too. It's cool to see how different cultures create palaces. They're all so different depending on where you go.
I don't know, just the paintings and everything is just crazy.
Here are some photos of the inside of the palace so you can get a little bit of a taste. Do I feel an emotional connection to Madrid and to Spain so far? No. As soon as I arrived in Lisbon, I was feeling butterflies, And I didn't get those butterflies here.
I can like emotionally feel that I don't have ancestry here. Now, that's not to say that if I hadn't been raised in this culture that I wouldn't identify with. I think I absolutely would. In so many ways, I have felt more welcome here than in a city that I've lived for so many years, which is why I'm still visiting 2 more cities. In Valencia, I'm actually staying with these guys that I met at the hostel on Monday morning.
This is a crazy story. I was in the kitchen one morning preparing breakfast and I noticed on the counter that there was like this huge chicken, but it had a little note on it that said, "Please don't eat this chicken." It fell on the floor. An entire chicken fell on the floor. I have no idea how that happened. Suddenly these guys come in who apparently were the owners of the chicken. Before I knew, they're suddenly inviting me to go crash with them in Valencia. I followed my gut and it led me to one of the best parts of this trip.
Estamos haciendo una paella de marisco. Creo que tenía un origen árabe, si no recuerdo mal. Comían las sobras, entonces era como arroz con cosas.
This is Kike. He's from Spain, and he was gonna be my roommate for the next few days. As soon as I arrived, he was already cooking like a paella. So I was like, what is happening here? Like, how could people be so hospitable?
I didn't grow up having these kinds of frutos do mar. I don't even know how to eat this. Like,
normally we do it with the hands, so we take the head.
oh my God, you're popping out the head?
And then we drink the thing inside of the head, like the little legs, you take them off. The last thing is the skin of the body here, and the last thing, the tail.
Oh, this feels so wrong. Oh no. Was it alive when you cooked it?
Never. Perfect. You're doing really good for the first time.
Thank you so much. I did a terrible job.
Look at mine.
Yeah. Paellas are good.
And messy.
You gotta work for them.
Guys, it is so beautiful here. Honestly, I already feel better here compared to Madrid. It's a little lighter. It's the beach, you know. You can't compare the beach to a big city. And the main reason that I came here is that, number one, it felt like the universe wanted me to come here. Number two, I really wanted to spend some time at a beach. And I heard that the water here is warmer than in Portugal. Let's get some rest and skip forward to tomorrow. Today we're gonna be spending the day with Kike and seeing what a typical day in Valencia is like. I don't think I've seen one tourist other than myself so far, or if there are tourists, then they're really well hidden. We are spending the morning playing beach volleyball. I actually grew up in Brazil playing beach volleyball, but I haven't really played in years. Getting back into beach volleyball was a process. Sometimes it went well, and then other times it went really, really badly. All the players were super nice, but I think the one thing I couldn't get used to was to play and speak in Spanish at the same time. It was just too much going on.
Encontrado en la playa. Se busca vivo o muerto.
Interessante.
Ahora otro evento, danza del vientre.
¿Por qué? This was a free belly dancing class organized by Kike and Dame Fit. I had never taken a belly dance class before. Everyone had to do a solo at one point, and when eventually came my turn, the music stopped. It was so awkward. I just wanted to disappear at that moment. At least I'm very used to laughing at myself. At least there's that. I've been more embarrassed before. Today I got out of my comfort zone in a new way, and I'm proud of myself. Look how beautiful this place is. This is all that I wanted. Oh my God.
Porque el clima es lo máximo. Hay menos que 2 meses lluvia por año. Es considerado una ciudad deportista.
Me encanta porque siempre tienes algo que hacer. Siempre o tienes la playa, tienes el río. Es la mejor ciudad del mundo para mí.
¿Y cómo definiría a los españoles? ¿Cuáles son las principales características?
Alegre, sobre todo cuando veo a un español fuera de España, como que siempre sientes como que tienes confianza sin conocerlo.
Debería me cambiar a Valencia.
Sí.
¡Vamos! Ya tengo amigos, más rápido que Nueva York. Wow.
The next day, I went to explore the city of Valencia. and it was like surprise after surprise. I first went to El Carmen, which is their old town. It was so well preserved, it felt like I was going back to medieval times. I also just loved the palm trees everywhere. But then suddenly, it was like after one turn, everything would become super urban and the buildings were covered in street art. And then you would walk a little bit further and suddenly it's like, bam, you're in Dubai. But it was actually just La Ciudad de las Artes y Ciencia, which is this complex with different attractions, including a science museum, which had like a random Pixar exhibit going on. There were a lot of children there. Okay, there were only children there, but you know, I have the right to look at the Pixar exhibit, and I was able to get this selfie, so totally worth it. I didn't do any research before visiting Valencia, so I think that's one of the reasons this experience was so interesting, because I had no clue what to expect. Going blindsided into an experience sometimes can definitely make it more exciting. Sometimes the best plan is to have no plan. The next morning, I took the bus and I went to my final destination, Barcelona, where I crashed with an old friend from high school, Duda.
Bem-vinda a Barcelona!
Por que Barcelona, Duda?
O astral daqui, as pessoas, a atmosfera dessa cidade é muito feliz.
Eu também tive essa impressão, as pessoas aqui são muito alegres, as pessoas são mais felizes aqui do que em Nova York, tenho certeza. We met in high school actually, over 10 years ago. Yeah.
12? Oh my God, we are so old! Carol will be always in my heart. Really.
It's your first time living abroad.
Yes, I wanted to change my life completely. Like I was stuck in the same page for years, same things, same work, same people. They were my comfort zones. I came to meet new people and to discover my new version of myself.
Were you ever scared to do it?
No, but I knew that there was something waiting for me here. I really feel connected to the city, like I don't miss home.
Wow, Duda.
Well, let's see, call me in 1 month and ask if everything is fine, because sometimes things can happen.
Duda and I hadn't really seen or spoken to each other since high school graduation. Her inviting me to Barcelona and bringing me into her life was very kind, but it's really cool to reconnect with an old childhood friend and see where life has taken them and to be like, yeah, this is exactly what I imagined for you when I was younger. I spent the rest of the day exploring the city by myself. The city is stunning, the weather is amazing. Their beach was also pretty decent for a city of 1.8 million people. But you could tell it didn't have as much of a community vibe like Valencia, but Valencia has half of that population size, so it makes sense. My last stop of the trip? One of the most famous parks in the world. Designed by the architect who in many ways made Barcelona what it is today. Having designed La Sagrada Familia, Casa Batlló, let's visit Parque Güell.
I actually walked all the way here on one of my first few days, and then I found out it was sold out, so you actually need to buy tickets in advance. It's one of those sceneries you don't get anywhere else in the world. Like, what was in this person's mind? Like, how did they imagine this? How did we bring together nature and architecture into this beautiful thing? Usually, I spend a lot of time alone during these trips, and it's great. It's also what allows me to meet so many new people and strangers and tell the stories that I've been telling so far. But in Spain, it feels like I built a life. I'm living with the people I'm hanging out with and doing so many different things together, and they're getting me out of my comfort zone, and I'm helping them film stuff and whatever else. It's just like so much fun to see what it's like to live in a place with friends. This is the first time that I feel a little sad before traveling somewhere new. A part of me wished I could just be living here and continue experiencing this life. My heart just hurts a little bit. It's crazy. I didn't think I could feel this way so quickly, and that's pretty exciting.
In August 2023, when I left New York City to film this project, I wondered if there was something wrong with me. and why I was failing to build the community that I wanted. In Spain, friendships came my way very easily, which is something that I just was not used to. People want to spend time with me because I'm a nice person and I'm worth getting to know. I absolutely would live in Spain. Also, shockingly, I think the Spanish are more similar to Brazilians than the Portuguese. The Spanish just felt a little bit lighter and loose. I'm starting to wonder, like, how far is this journey gonna take me? All I know is that I'm open. And this new mindset actually makes me very excited about the next country we're about to go visit, which is Germany. Ay, meu Deus! Make sure to like this video and to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also hit that beautiful little notification bell waiting for you so you're notified on your phone when the next chapter comes out. Soy Carolina Rizzotto. Muchas gracias, España.
Todos bailando, sí.
Ay, está claro.
Qué divertido. Perfecto, gracias.